So I'm gonna start telling my story a little bit, piece by piece, throughout the time I was addicted, and just give you like little details of my life. So one of the craziest things that happened to me during addiction is I was at a gas station one day, and at this time I was still like just popping perks here and there. And I was working. I had a bunch of money on me, and when I went to pay, I pulled out a lot of money to pay, even though I shouldn't have done that. I was stupid, but at the time I felt untouchable. I mean, I was a MMA fighter for a while. I thought I could hold my own. I always carry a gun. So at this time, at least. So I thought everything was good. I go back to my car. I'm sitting there, and I am like looking at my phone. I'm in a convertible. I'm looking at my phone, checking messages or whatever I was doing, and then I feel a hand grab my hoodie. So I immediately like turn, like see who it is, and I don't know this person. And then they start like reaching for my necklace, and then on the other side of the car, someone else reaches in and starts grabbing for my pocket. So at this point, we're in a full-blown tussle, and I'm trying to like fight them off and put the keys in the ignition at the same time. They're like hitting me in the head and stuff like that, but I'm like slightly defending it. When I look to the right to fight off the other dude for a second, I feel a jolt in my thigh, and the person on the left of me stabbed me in my thigh. At that point, I reached for my gun, and I let off like 6 shots, and I shot 2 people that day at the gas station. I still don't know how bad the wound in my leg is because I'm just trying to get out of there. So I speed out of the gas station, barely miss hitting a school bus, speed down the street, parking like a strip mall, and I had a bunch of napkins in my car, and then I immediately like shoved the napkins inside the wound, and then I just like held my hand on it while I'm driving, and I drove straight to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, they tell me it's gonna be a wait, and then I like had to pull down my pants and show them what happened, and then they immediately rushed me to the back, and they said it nicked a femoral artery. I lost a lot of blood, and I almost died that day. I told them I didn't know who did it. I told them I was at a different place, but yeah, that's what happened. I say that to say, like, you know, it can happen to anybody at any time, you know. Luckily for me, I made it that day, but it very well could have went a different way. Like, the blood that was leaking out of my leg was crazy. So, yeah, I'll tell more later.